Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. I had a few thoughts about what's been going on lately and all this week and everything. So I see something coming down the pipe that I wanted to just make everybody aware of. Um, I know the times right now, especially here in the States, but there's stuff going on around the world. But I wanted to put an idea out there for everybody to think about while we're on this moment right now in the United States. All right. So I want to start off. I want to play this song that my son made for my nephew who got locked up this past summer. Um, he was at a party, at a pool party with his friends. A fight broke out. One of his friends apparently, what's up, Kenny? Hey, I might need you to come up and correct me on a few things here in a sec, but I'm gonna play this song real quick that my son made um, a few months back, and then I'm gonna get into it, and then I'll open it up, bro, and I might need you to come up with me. Like, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play the song, and then we'll get into the gist of the title, the "Watch for the Spin, Black Man." All right, that this is gonna be interesting. I just want to see if I'm thinking if my brain has just gone off the deep end or if there's a twist here going on. All right, my chest brain went into work when I was at the gym. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and play the song. What's up, Rashid? Yeah, y'all stick with me real quick. I'm gonna play this song, just for because it's perfect for the time that we're in, and then we'll get into the gist of the subject. All right. So hold on just a moment. Let's hear this song real quick. Y'all let me know if you can hear it. Rashid, let me know if that's a little bit better right there, bro. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, all right, all right. All right. So that was yeah, my nephew got locked up for being involved in a fight between two groups of guys. One of his friends pulled out a gun, pulled the trigger twice, didn't kill nobody, but they all got locked up. My nephew's still in jail out there in Georgia, no trial. All right. So that's what we're going through with him. But anyway, all right. So I was sitting back and I'm watching and I'm paying attention to all this stuff that's going on right now in America, right? With the George Floyd, rest in peace to that brother. He was publicly lynched in front of America's eyes. All right. We all seen the video. We know what happened. We know that this has happened a few times in other countries the same exact way. All right. And they found a way to, looks like, and I've said this before, black men, we're going to change America. Okay. The economy was crashing. Everything's going downhill with the way that the leadership has been running our country. All right. We got a businessman in charge right now. And for the most part, depending on your beliefs, there's some good and there's some bad going on in our country when it comes to the way the country is being ran. But what I wanted everybody to think about, the reason I said watch for the spin, black men. Okay. As soon as we came out of the Rona lockdown, right? What happened? We started seeing videos of black men getting killed. Okay, whether it was by cops, the two white guys, the McMichaels that took out Arbery, the little girl that got shot when the police raided her home, right? And now George Floyd, right? So I want people to think about something for a moment. Why did BLM, why did Antifa wait until the George Floyd moment to come out and say something? Where was BLM when that little girl was shot? Where was BLM when Arbery was shot? Everybody jumped out and they said, well, we're running with Ahmaud, right? The people jumped out. The people got out there and said, we're running with Ahmaud, when everybody thought that, he was just a brother that was jogging down the street. Before we got the full story and all that, it was regular black folks that got out there and said, this is enough. But where was BLM? Where was Antifa? Okay, they weren't out there, right? But with George Floyd, okay, suddenly, overnight, all the Antifas, all the BLMs jumped out in all the cities, all the Democratic cities, right? Pay attention to what's going on, guys. This is what I'm thinking, okay? This is how Biden gets his presidency. Because we already know the Antifa folks are going to push for a Biden election. The BLM folks are pushing for a Biden election. All right. Now, what's happening right now, we keep seeing BLM blasted everywhere, right? So we got black folks, white folks, Mexicans, natives, everybody's jumping on the BLM movement right now. Okay. So I'm going to let that sink in for a second. Okay. Everybody's jumping on the BLM movement, including all the celebrities, all the famous folks, right? We got T.I. out there in the crowd in front of the projects making a fuss, right? We got, what's his name? The game out there ready to fight with the cops. Everybody's making their big scene of what they're doing out there, right? They're showing their action. We got people here on YouTube telling brothers to go out there and go fight the cops now. Go, fight, right? Because we already know, hey, yeah, there's more of us than there are cops. Okay. Tell people to go risk their lives and all that. Okay. So I get the sentiment. I understand. Yes, killing black men is wrong. They're killing us out there. There's no justice, no peace, right? So we don't get peace. Okay. I guarantee you, I promise you, there's such a spin on this. They're going to use this moment. I'm telling you, within 2 to 3 weeks, it's going to become a vote for Biden thing. Okay? They're going to spin this into an election vote. All right? That's the only reason that this is being allowed to happen in all the Democratic cities for so long this way. Any other time, they would have called in the National Guard a long time ago to get all these people off the streets, stop blocking the roads and stuff. Right now, they're letting it happen. They want the world to see this. Okay? And I already see it coming down the road. It's going to be spun into vote for Joe. Old Dirty Joe. This is the spin that I see happening. All right. Don't let them do it, guys. Remember who it was that locked up the black men in the 90s. Remember who wrote the 3 strikes rule, the federal 3 strikes rule. Remember who wrote it. Remember who put that in play. Okay, yeah, the same one that right there in LA and Oakland that affects so many black families. That was Joe Biden. Joe Biden did that. Bill Clinton passed that bill. They're trying to make you forget. Okay, they're trying to show that, hey, look, black, white, native, Asian, everybody's together. Yeah, we all agree. We all agree. And the celebrities are going to come out in full force and tell you to go vote for the perv. Okay. This past week, Hillary was supposed to be in court for all the corruption that she's involved with. Okay. That got washed under the bridge. Nobody knows what's going on now. Hillary didn't show up. Okay. Obama was supposedly subpoenaed for his involvement in his Obamagate stuff with all the fake news and the Russia stuff. Okay. I'm telling you guys right now, watch for the spin. I already see it. I see the numbers dropped off. It is what it is. All right. I'm just saying, I need somebody to come and correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Or if somebody thinks that, everything it just is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Then so be it. But if you agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying? Somebody come up and all right, Kenny, peace, bro. Thanks for coming through, man. Yeah, if any of you guys have if any of you guys agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying? Tell me what you're thinking. Tell me if I'm off base. All right, because now we're seeing I saw what's his name? Michael B. Jordan. He did a thing today, right? All the celebrities are starting to come out, making their presence known. Okay? They got all these big I don't want to say it's events, but like the news people they got all these made up things of the cops arresting them because they were out protesting or they were trying to interview people on the street, and so the cops were arresting the media people. So they made a big show about it, right? I'm telling you guys right now, there's going to be such a spin put on this. It's going to turn into an election thing. Okay? But I don't want people to forget Obama didn't have no nothing. He didn't want nothing to do with Kaepernick when Kaepernick was saying the same exact thing. No peace, no justice, right? So regardless of what you think about Kaepernick, the message that he tried to put out there, people agreed with it. Americans agreed with it. Right? But he was outcast. He was blackballed. Rashid, bro, I'm telling you, man. Hey, this is all a show, bro. Like everything that you see from the media people when they're on camera, okay, that's a show. All right, they're doing this. They're doing those things on purpose. The fake arrests, okay, all of that is a show to mess with our emotions. And it's sad to say, black men need to be aware of this BLM movement. The BLM movement is nothing more than a ploy to get the black vote for the Democrats, because they don't give a shit about us any other time. All right. I just want to throw this out there. I want to see it. Hey, somebody tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll drop the link if somebody wants to come up and tell me I'm wrong or I'm off base or something. Here, let me get this off the screen. Boom. Invite. Copy. I'm going to paste this in here. There's a link. Somebody come up and tell me, man. Because I'm having a hard time believing that the amount of people that got involved in the way that they got involved, this is a joke, man. Now, there are some real feelings, some real emotions, some real people out there that want better for us. But I'm telling you, these big groups that all of a sudden popped up overnight in all these cities at the same day, same time. BLM was in 6 different cities, Democratic cities, all at the same time. Antifa, 6 different cities, all at the same time. Overnight, they popped up. The first day we saw protests. The second day, it was BLM and Antifa. That's what you kept hearing about from the media, right? So now you had Antifa representing white folks. You had BLM representing black folks. Now they're marching together. Look at the play. If you're playing chess, right? Every move that your opponent makes, you watch and then you think 15, 20 steps ahead. So what they're doing right now is they're trying to unite the people. And once they get the people united, just how they used Obama to get black people in line with the government again, now they're getting the blacks and the whites and the Mexicans and the natives and the Asians. Everybody's together marching for a same mission, right? And they're going to spin that. I'm telling you, BLM's going to come out with some vote for Joe crap. All right, the Antifa people are going to come out. But remember, Joe's the one that he wanted nothing to do with black folks. He said, lock them up. All the major cities. He said, if you've been arrested once, hey, that's it. We're ready to lock you up. Joe wrote the laws. Obama and Joe had nothing to say for Kaepernick. Okay. When Ferguson popped off, Obama backed away. He didn't want to even look at it. He was like, hey, man, governor and mayor, y'all got to take care of your business over there. All right. But then what did he do this week? He didn't have nothing to say for Ahmaud. He didn't have nothing to say for that little girl. But when the news and the world were watching, all of a sudden, Obama had something to say. Obama had to, get in the limelight, right? Hey, that's my piece, man. I don't see nobody want to come up. Maybe I didn't garner no attention. But yeah, hey, this will be out there. In the description, I'll have my email, all my social media and stuff like that. If you guys want to, leave a comment, tell me your thoughts on this. I'm just saying, watch for the spin, black man. Okay? Because this is how they're gonna try and snag this election. If anybody can tell me what the Democrats have done for black people in the last, 40 years. What am I? I'm 42. So let's go with my life since 78. What have the Democrats done for black folks? All right. Because I'm telling you, this is going to be the hardest push right now. I'm telling you, I already see it coming. And this is going to be one of those times. If the first time I see a BLM video saying vote for Joe or an Antifa group or something come out saying vote for Joe or vote Democrat, something like that, based off of the George Floyd murders that happened in a Democratic city, I'm going to tell you guys, I told you so. All right. But hey, like I said, I was at the gym, I was working out, blood was flowing, I was feeling good. All of a sudden, my brain fired up while I was listening to a stream. They weren't even talking about the George Floyd stuff. But you know, I had fresh oxygen, whatnot, going in my brain, drinking water. You know, muscles was getting solid, and all of a sudden I started thinking, I was like, oh snap. Wait a minute, we got black, white, Asian, Native, Hispanics all marching together. If I'm a businessman, how do I use this? Then I thought, if I'm a politician, how do I use this? Then I thought, wait a minute. If I create this, then I have something to use. What's up, Chef? What's up, Wadner? So, hold on. I don't know how long you guys been in here because I'm looking at the StreamYards instead of the live feed. But yeah, so I'm talking about, I'll go over it one more time real quick. I named this one Watch for the Spin Black Man. Okay. And I'm making a prediction right now. In the next few weeks, they're going to use this George Floyd event and everything that came from it. They're going to spin it into a vote for Joe during the election. There's going to be a campaign, and they're going to use the BLM movement. They're using the black man again. Okay, except this time, instead of guilting black people into a vote, they're guilting the rest of the country into a vote. And they're going to use BLM and these Antifa guys that popped up overnight in all these cities. They're going to use these people to promote vote for Joe. All right, that's my prediction. If I'm off base, if you think I'm wrong, the link is up there. Please click the link. Come talk to me about it. Tell me what you think. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're thinking, man. Come on up. But that's what I'm thinking right now. That's what I see happening. I don't. A lot of people say I got my tinfoil hat and all that, right? But if I saw an election coming up that I couldn't win, what is it? Drastic measures call for drastic actions, right? As soon as we came out of the lockdown, the quarantine, what did they do? They started popping dead black men in front of our faces, even a black girl. Hey, police brutality, that's a fact, Chef. But who is stopping us from fixing police brutality? Look at where it's happening and look at who's in charge. These are Democratic cities, Democratic mayors. Okay, so if we want to fix it, we got to get rid of Democratic leaders. They don't give a shit about us. That's right. I'm going to be real happy if we make some change. But what I'm saying right now is this is a play by the Democrats. Now that they've got everybody united on a common goal, okay, they're going to take the people that are leading the charge right now. Oh, what's up, Sheed? Come on up, brother.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Yeah, man, you right. You spot on. I mean, the craziest thing about it is it was perfect timing for all this. Like the way of
Exactly.
George death, man. It's not like it was so called planned, but they needed something to move the envelope
That's right.
because Trump. I mean, pretty much they put all their eggs behind Biden. Biden, hell, you could have ended up getting What's the other old guy? Uh,
Bernie.
Bernie. They could have got Bernie to get in there, But the old thing about it, oh, he's old. Not both of them's old, but they trying to go with the fan favorite because he was behind Obama.
Right.
He was Obama's VP. Just like everybody said, you got to look at the whole deal behind why did Obama pick him versus
Hmm.
everybody else. Like even with this guy, hell, Biden, like you said, he started that whole crime bill thing, the wave, and then Clinton's. So either way it go, even though they didn't get Hillary, they got Biden in there the same way. It's even with Trump coming in, like I told people last year, it was like the lesser two evils. Which one would you have preferred? Because both of them are bad.
Well, see, this is the thing with me when it comes to Trump. We hear all this stuff about Trump,
Yeah,
but nobody can repeat word for word why they hate Trump.
that's true.
They say he's racist. Okay, so I tell everybody, show me. He said shithole countries, but not one of the people that are mad about that will go live in any of the countries he named. Not one.
Yep.
Right? He was describing the conditions in countries that he doesn't like. Not personally, but places where he won't build a hotel. He's a
Well,
businessman. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Does that make him
it's about your
racist
investment.
or does
Nope.
that make him smart business? There you go.
Yeah, because even like with the Chinese, hey, they're gonna tell you nail shop, liquor store, all this stuff is good for business in the black neighborhood because we're gonna spend that money. I
That's
had
right.
A Chinese guy I knew from work. His sister, she was a lawyer. She opened up a liquor store and I think a cleaning service. So like I mean, not what was a carpet cleaning? Yeah, carpet cleaning service and a liquor store. And the crazy part, he was like, man, she a lawyer. She don't need to do that. But the whole point of it is, in their culture, they go after the people who spends the money and they try to make it more efficient to where, say, if I don't want to be a lawyer no more, I can fall back on this liquor store that's making, 80, 100,000, whatever a year, selling liquor.
Right.
After cutting your expenses, hey, why not go after the people that spends the most in those areas? What are you gonna do? You're gonna take a hair salon, or you're gonna take a beauty supply store and put it in India, where they actually grow the hair and sell it?
Where they, right? They cut their hair off and sell it. What?
Yeah,
Who you know? Say who putting salons out there?
exactly.
Exactly. You on it, bro. You on it. But
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. Like Chef. That's my boy right there, and he's saying something smart. He said they fight each other. We should reap the benefits when they do. All right, I agree. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. If they find a way to get Joe in there, who has already proved he ain't gonna get rid of no cops, because he's the one who said lock them up.
Yep.
So they ain't gonna get rid of cops. They're gonna make stricter laws because it's the Democrats who keep adding more rules. Right?
Yeah.
Obama, while we had the black man in the presidency, they wasn't talking about getting rid of no rules. In fact, he added a rule first thing he went in. Hey, you talk bad about me, I'm gonna arrest your ass. That was the black man that said that. So he
Yeah.
wasn't trying to get rid of no cops. Okay, they went into the whole privacy thing even deeper than Bush, where they was going looking through people's phones and their social media and all that. Right. So Obama was down with the plan, deep state. You know what I'm saying? Puppet number one.
Mhm.
Then they told us Hillary was going to win. All the media that's part of the deep state told us Hillary got this. It's locked in. We good. We got a female president. Woohoo! And what happened? America said, "Nah, we see that. We see what you're doing. Nah, we ain't down with that no more." Right?
Well,
So
yeah, because Trump was the Trump was the interrupter, man. He came in, took down the whole system.
that's right. He's and that's why I'm trying to tell people like we need to get our people off the streets right now because you can change the mayor, but if it's a democratic state, you're not going to change their laws. They're gonna butter you up just like they do all the time. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's have a meeting. Let's sit down. Bring me your church leaders. Bring me your local representatives, and we'll sit down and we'll have a meeting and we'll talk about it. They always talking. But
Yep.
Trump, yeah, this is the one thing I like about Trump. Okay, and this is the same thing we see on YouTube all the time. We always hear people run their mouth. They talk a big game, but they ain't doing shit. One of the people
Yep.
that talks the biggest game in the circles that I see myself in, okay, he always talking about stuff, but where is he right now? While the shit's going down that he talks about, he ain't nowhere to be found. Dude's laying low. You see what I'm saying?
Who's
So
that?
that's the same thing the Democrats do. They talk and talk and talk. Yeah, we'll have a meeting. We'll have a meeting. Reparations? Yeah, let's bring some people in. Let's talk about it. They talk, but they never do. Not for us anyway.
Yeah. The craziest part, I had a talk with on Facebook. One of my friends, he was saying that because I think it was a cop, and I think it was like in Pope. I don't know if it was Pope County, Georgia, or somewhere. It was Pope something, and the cop was saying that basically pretty much in our town we are law-abiding citizens that tote guns, and we heard that the rioters are going to neighborhoods and start burning houses and stuff like that. And he was like, all the people at home, you guys exercise your authority. If someone
That's
comes to
right.
your house and breaking in, protect yourself. And the first thing my friend put up was, oh man, they're talking about killing black people. I said, first of all, and I put it word for word, I said, this guy is talking about killing people who's coming into your house to break in. He didn't say nothing
That's
about
right.
black people. It's nothing to do with race. It's nothing to do with race. It's all about people. There's not black people, and majority of the people that are out there doing these crimes are white. The Antifa, the whole antagonizing, going out there bucking at the police and all that with the mask on, busting the windows. Most of these people have been white, you know, and starting the
Yep.
whole thing and step back. And the black people come in, they're like, well, shit, I might as well get some of that too. Yeah, like
Exactly.
I
We
told
saw
him.
we saw we saw some young folks on the third or fourth day, right? We saw the young black folks going into the buildings and stuff like that. And yeah, hey, windows open, doors open, nobody's around. Oh, I'm gonna grab me some Gucci. Okay,
Yeah.
I get that. Young folks, that's what we did when we was young. That's what people do when they're young and dumb. That's
Mm-hmm.
what we call it, right? But
Yep.
that's beyond race. So yeah, there were some black people that were out there doing some messed up stuff. Okay. There were some brothers that I saw a video where they attacked a white lady. They went into a business, broke down the front doors and stuff, and they started beating up the white lady who was just telling them, this is my store. They were beating up a white lady. Some young brothers was out there, and I know they're emotional right now with what's going on, but that lady had nothing to do. That lady in New York had nothing to do with Ahmaud Arbery, had nothing to do with George Floyd, had nothing to do with the cops going into people's houses. That lady was running a business in New York, and these brothers went in there and beat her down.
But Mike, look at this instance. Now, like I tell people, when I was young, I would have been out there doing all the protesting and running around too.
Exactly. Me
I
too.
told the guys,
I've done it.
I'm I'm older. I got kids. I got business. I got stuff I got to attend. I will put money on your books, but I'm not out there doing all that rioting and crazy stuff. Now, going back to these guys that beat up that business owner, these guys were going in there. Most guys, young guys, black guys, just in general, any guys. You go into a business to break in, you're stealing, you're getting looting. You don't have time to go in there and beat up somebody and, just to keep them down while you steal all their stuff. You you'll have a person beating you, as long as they don't have like a gun or something that was real heavy to hit you. You just push them to the side, grab the shit, and run out the store. She can't catch everybody. So who's in there gonna beat the lady up? Now you got some of these guys that do have extreme measures where they do stuff like that. But majority of guys, if you're out there stealing, you just grabbing the shit and going. She can't
Right.
catch everybody. So that's why I
Yeah. No,
kind of
this
believe
was
that's kind of hard to believe about that one.
no, 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 no. I saw the video myself,
No,
bro.
no,
This was
I
recorded on
understand.
this.
But I'm saying it is
Yeah, that,
kind of hard to
it's hard to
believe.
believe that we're really doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm right there with you, bro. Like, it's it's are they the people who did that act? You know what I'm saying? Are they actors, agents, whatever?
Exactly. That's what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying? Were they forced or were they led to do that so that it would be seen on camera that, oh, it's not just Antifa
Yeah.
that's doing all this breaking stuff. It's not just these undercover agents that are out there instigating fights and stuff like that. We seen all the videos of, if you look, man, there's one with the cop lets the dog bite the little kid in his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Little kid who's not doing nothing, and the cop just walks closer and closer until the German Shepherd, snaps him and grabs it. He gets a good chunk of meat and just holds on to that little boy. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. We see them, the cops driving around now. They're spraying the mace and stuff, and the pepper spray and all that.
Yeah.
All right. But it was the antagonist that did this. When it was just protest, there was no problem. People were out there at the mayor's office. They were out there at the police station. You know what I'm saying? We want justice. We want peace. You want peace. We don't get justice. You get no peace. No justice, no peace. There was a protest. Okay. Nobody was getting arrested during the protest. It happened when these Antifa clowns and these agents started busting stuff down. And so that's why I say they needed this turmoil. They needed the rioting and looting. Okay. They didn't get the protest out of us when it was the quarantine. Then, during Ahmad, we went and jogged with Ahmad, right? That's what they did. All the cities had some kind of marathon or whatever, where they did the run with Ahmad. Okay. So we did it peacefully. All this stuff to bring awareness to what's going on. Right. But when BLM and Antifa showed up, oh, now all of a sudden it got down to business. Now the world wants to unite, right? And I'm telling you, man, they're gonna spin this into a vote for Joe. Joe's our man. Watch, I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen, bro. They're gonna use this right now, this united front that we have going here in America, and they're gonna spin it into a vote for Joe. Trump from day one invited black folks to the table and said, come on, come sit with me, let's talk. But they were so emotional about the Hillary thing that nobody wanted to go sit with him. You see what I'm
The,
saying?
yeah. The whole thing with Hillary, I didn't care about that crap. My whole thing, with the whole Hillary, she the one that slowed down Sanders from not getting the Democratic vote because he was
Yeah.
winning in the preliminary with all these young millennials and the Z's. He was running through
Yep.
there telling them his policies, what he was going to do, even though it wasn't much, but it was enough to actually stir it up. And she was like, whoa. And since she was over the Democratic Party, she was actually funding the Democratic Party. You got a person that's actually running for the presidency in here telling them, well, we're not going to have as many debates because I see him leading in the polls. How can you do
Yep. Because she had nothing to run on. That's the thing. Hot sauce. What up, Rob?
that? Yep. It's a joke,
Yeah,
man.
it's a trip, man. Like I said, everything that they accused Trump is what Hillary and them guys actually did to Bernie. You see what I'm saying? So they already knew what words and what accusations to make because it was the shit they were doing. They were projecting their actions onto Trump. You see what I'm saying? So they knew the play. They already knew how to get people worked up. That's crazy. But um he said, "Yo, Mike, what's the deal with Arizona with McSally? I thought you guys were a Republican state." Oh man, honestly, Rob, I haven't even been paying attention to that, to what's going on with McSally. Um, I just, she's an Air Force veteran. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even been paying attention to that one. Um, the issues we have here are more about like the we don't even really have issues the way that the rest of the country does. Our issues are like illegals, and the what is it, the cities for the illegals, sanctuary cities, stuff like that. I think Tucson's become one. I think they're fighting to keep Phoenix from becoming a sanctuary city. Um, and yeah, with them, with the more and more illegals that are coming in, and they're sneaking in ways for them to vote. Um, I think blacks are like not even 4% of Arizona. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, yo, my vote out here. Hey, I ain't seen a black politician in Arizona. I don't know if ever. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't even listening for anything I'm asking for. Yeah. So, but see, that's the thing with Arizona. They can vote whichever way they want. Arizona don't play that game, bruh. Um, if they find a way to turn everything to or to get some Democrat wins here, um, it would be more on the young Hispanic vote, stuff like that, that would win it. But they're not going to be able to push the laws, the Democratic laws, the way they want. Not in Arizona. The people out here own their property, all this land and stuff like that. You know, you guys see Tucson and Phoenix, you know, they're two small cities in the middle of the desert, but all the land around them is owned by, you know, rancher families and stuff like that. And these people ain't going to give up their land. They ain't going to give up their rights. And like I said, we don't have gun problems out here because everybody walks around with guns. Everybody's carrying. If you bust, you actually got to be, you know, if you get froggy, you really got to get froggy. You know what I'm saying? My boy just bought a 45 yesterday, my son. Or was it yesterday or the day before? Friday. Thursday, Friday? I don't know, whatever day it was. You know what I'm saying? So both of my boys got guns, you know, I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Like if and I it's and this is a minority family, you know what I'm saying? A black man and his two mixed kids, okay? So if we're walking around, we can carry. My boys are 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds out here in Arizona can walk around with guns. Okay. And you can open carry. They can open carry. I can conceal carry. I don't need a CC license. I don't need a concealed carry in Arizona. I can tuck it into my pants. I can put it on a holster. I can wear the shoulder strap, put a jacket over it if I want. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody carries. But see, if we want laws like that, which would actually turn down gun violence, it brings it down. Arizona's has a proven track record of that. Okay, but look at what places have the most violence. The ones with the strongest gun laws have the most violence. They're all democratic cities. That's where I'm at on that. I'm sorry. But yeah, she the way I see it going, bro, they're like because I think about it. If you really think about it, what was going to be Joe Biden's play for the election? Do you have any ideas
He
on that,
really
bro?
pretty much he really pretty much don't have nothing. I mean, you got to understand with him having this little Alzheimer's kicking in, it's just a matter of time. They just want him in there, just like the what was it, Reagan
Yeah,
there, when they just kind of pushed him in there as presidency and had his little handler in there working everything, and he was pretty much an actor anyway, so he knew how to go in and smile for the camera, say two or three words, and walk away. Yeah, all he needed was what 5 minutes in the light, just to show he's out there and he's cognizant and have some some kind of
yeah.
skills that he know what's going on.
And he was an actor. All he had to do was memorize some lines.
Yeah,
The man was literally an actor. You know, then
that's
look at
what.
California. They got what Arnold was in there.
On, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
same
hey,
thing.
and then Oprah. Where are these? I'm telling you, this BLM. They're gonna shift this. Watch for Oprah to come out and say some shit about Joe. She's gonna vote. She can come out with some vote for Joe or vote Democrat. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, she the one that pushed Obama in.
Mm-hmm.
She swayed the whole thing for Obama. She was backing him. Oh, he's from Chicago and he's a good man. This and that. She pushed to vote for Obama to get in office as well.
Yep.
So
And that's
just
what
like
I'm
I was
saying.
saying about Jordan. Jordan speaking to all these celebrities speaking out now.
Yep.
Jordan never spoke out. They was robbing and killing kids for his shoes. He never spoke out. Now all of a sudden that everybody's getting on him, he wants to put up $100 million. That's nothing but a tax write-off, dude.
Exactly. Exactly. He's a billion. Man. Like I said, bro, this is why I named it Watch for the Spin, Black Man. Because as far as we know, we already know BLM. You know what I'm saying? They only come out when they can cash up on it. Okay? And they can cash out on this on the movement. Okay? So they say it now, but next week it'll be Black Man Ain't Shit. Right? That's what they do. Okay,
Black.
all the same people holding up them. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was about to say just sorry to cut you off, but I'm looking at it as Black Lives Matters is starting to be like the new Rainbow Coalition, as far as like the gays and all this. It's like they're starting to come out as their own little set of people. They don't want to be judged by they're this type of standard people. They're not black. They're not white. They're none of that. They're just their type of people.
That's right. That's right. So and that's why I put I don't know. Let me see. Is there a way I can get my thumb? Oh, you know what? Oh, okay. Watch this. I'm a oh, you know, I'm not even gonna do that. I'll leave it alone. My thumbnail for this video, I used a picture of what's happening right now that happened to have some white folks holding up the Black Lives Matter message and stuff like that. And this is what we're gonna see for the next what do we got? 4 months, 5 months till the election. This is
Yeah,
what we're gonna see. We're gonna see black, white, Asian, you know, Hispanic, and the Democrats are gonna say we did this. It started in Minneapolis. It came from LA. It came from Oakland. It came from New York. Listen
we're
to
the
the
voice.
names, all the Democratic cities, Washington, right?
Yeah,
You see, and that's why
yeah.
I said, I was saying, black men, get off the street because this has already been hijacked. This is no longer a fight about us.
It, yeah. From day one, when I started seeing those protesters out there stealing and breaking and stuff, you pretty much knew it was about. I mean, even with Killer Mike here in Atlanta, man, he talked. I mean, the emotion you seen in him actually speaking about this, man. Just like they say, half of the people that are out here doing this stuff, they're not even from these states. In Minnesota, they were saying a lot of the people they arrested, they out of towners.
Yep,
They not. They not from
exactly,
there.
exactly. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I said my last video. You know what I'm saying? I said this was a setup overnight. Overnight, if you go back to Tuesday morning, right? Look at what happened. All these protests that turned into looting and rioting, they happened overnight in specific cities. This was planned.
Yeah.
This was put out there on purpose. And all
Right.
they had to do was put up that trigger sign, whatever it was, that white man with umbrella. When you see the white man dressed in all black with the black umbrella, that's your
Oh
sign
yeah.
to go. Go, go, go. Because that's what we saw. If you look at the videos and stuff from day one in Minneapolis, all of a sudden, where the hell did all these black umbrellas come from on a shiny day, on a sunny day?
And yeah, the craziest since you said that, ever since they showed that video about that guy busting and the guy coming with the pink shirt with the pizza,
Mm-hmm.
that's all you've been seeing. The rioting's been like escalated from that point on. When they showed that video
Exactly.
over social media, because that's what I tell people nowadays. Social media is actually
It's
killing everything. The
it's a
news
tool.
can't keep up with it.
Yep.
They using it. Yeah, like you said, it's a tool. They actually using it. At first, they was like social media is hurting us. It's putting out stuff we don't want out. But the publicity that they're getting through the people with social media, hey, they can't even pay for this. It's like gold to them.
Exactly, man. And that's why we need. the brothers out there to start putting this message out, talking to their families, talking to their friends, their buddies at work, because people are going to get emotional. You know what I'm saying? This is an emotional thing. And so all of us are now going to have to deal with, hey, man, we're down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? We feel your struggle. That's what we're going to hear at work.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It don't matter where you work. If you're in the trucking industry, you're gonna back up into, the Walmart or something like that to unload your truck. And as soon as you jump out there to open up that that door, hey brother, hey man, we feel you, bro. We're right there with you. What the hell? You didn't say that last time I came through. You was telling me to hurry
Mm-hmm.
the fuck up and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter where we're at, bro. Like that's what's happening right now. Yes, we have unification of the people. That's great. Okay, now let's get them Democratic leaders out of office, the ones who kept letting this happen for so many years. If you really down for the cause, get those people who let this happen out of office. We need to put that message out because they've already got a head start on us of the unification. We're all together. Black Lives Matter. You see what I'm saying? Yes, Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter as well. You know what I'm saying? Like we might have to change it and add to it. You know what I'm saying? Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter too. You know what I'm saying? Like TOO. You know what I'm saying? Like we might have to steal that movement back.
Yeah. Because when it comes to politics, man, it's like you're never gonna win. I mean, for the most part, they're gonna put who they want to put in there. I mean, seeing the way how they put Hillary in there, and they're seeing how the way they put Trump in there. The hell, Hillary actually won, but Trump, hey, the Electoral College. That's like the first time in a long time they actually tried to pull that again. As far as the Electoral College, putting the president in there.
Yeah. No, I mean it's always been that way. That's how Bush got in there. Obama just won by a landslide because the other guy was a dingbat, and
Pretty much.
Obama just had to talk well, and then the blacks that did vote, jumped on the bandwagon real quick. Hey, he's a black man, go, let's go. So yeah, we supported him, and well, we see how that worked out for us. Um, but yeah, George Bush, same thing happened down there with the little voting tabs in Florida, and they,
Yeah,
they
Florida.
recounted that shit, just to get, because what that did was that gave Bush all of Florida's votes.
Yeah,
You see
his
what I'm
brother
saying?
being there. Hell, of course.
So it's, yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. And I just wanted to get this message out. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to share this message to your peoples or something, like, tell them, hey, don't let this turn into a vote for Joe moment. We got to spread that message because it's gonna be bad. We need Trump to win by a landslide with the electoral college, with the votes and everything. Because imagine what happens if Joe gets in there. Soros is the puppeteer, right? BLM becomes like the biggest lobbyist ever, right? Black men lose all of our rights.
Yeah,
The man who took most of our rights is going to be in charge of taking more. And he's going to have the backing of BLM, who now the whole country has jumped on the bandwagon of BLM. I see Rob said, I think that boat sailed, bro. You know what? Hey, we can still fight it, man. If we like he just said, Rashid just told us, social media, okay, is the strongest influence we have right now, right? So we need to use this social media, talk to each other. If we can push the message, don't fall for the okey doke.
yeah. I think
You
in
know,
the end, man, it's already the plan is already in motion. But you gotta understand, a lot of those people, man, that are actually on social media, you know, they, I don't know how to say it to be nice, but A lot of them, you know, don't have that actual mindset. They only
Right.
for the glitz and the glamour and the glory. You know, that's why I call them like the internet thoughts, Instagram, and all
Yep.
those models and stuff. I mean, so many kids think they're gonna be famous off that to the point where
Ex-
they're not even looking at college. Not even just looking at college, just having a career besides just being an influencer or something like that on the internet. That's how
Yeah.
bad these kids are now.
Yep. They just trying to get to that first what do you need, like 10,000 on Instagram? What do you need, a thousand on YouTube,
Yeah,
Facebook? You
thousand.
could just drop $5 a month or something and just run ads and
Yeah, but it's more or less with Instagram. That's what a ticket at. Because when you get 100,000, I think they say with that blue check, that's what's the ticket for that. When you get the blue check
yeah,
on Instagram, I mean not Instagram, but
or
I
Twitter.
yeah IG. I think it is IG. Yeah, but
Yeah, they all got a few different ways to become that.
I don't hardly do none of that stuff. I mean, I have a Facebook account. I mean, I got an Instagram account, but I don't even really go on that crap. And YouTube, that's about it. Social media is just so bored. I mean, like I told people, I go in just to look at videos and stuff. I jump off because there's nothing entertaining about it.
Right. Yeah. And see, and this is the thing that, we also have to think about. Everybody's, hooping and hollering that, yeah, yeah, we're out there doing the thing, doing the thing. There's no game plan. There's no end goal. They said they want justice. Well, guess what? Okay, so they showed you they locked up the four guys. That's what you asked for, and you got it. So you're still out there hooting and hollering. Okay, what are you asking for?
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? BLM is not. They didn't even write nothing up. If they were really had a cause, they're able to write for everything else they want. But in this instance, they haven't came out and said anything specific. The leadership
they
of BLM, we
they
want
already have that
justice.
agenda. They already have
That's
that
what I'm
agenda,
saying.
but they're not putting it out there yet because they're trying to act like they're dumb to the fact where we lock the guys up. Now what? It's like, damn, they moved a little bit too fast. We plan on doing more stuff. Now we got to retrack and go to stage eight of we at level eight or level 10 now to where we're gonna start doing this and this and that. Because you give them what they want. Now what? That's like the whole
Exactly.
thing with reparations. I heard some guys talking about it on the panel the other day. So if they come down to the pipeline and say we're gonna give you guys reparations, how do you want to divide the money? We're gonna give 50 $50 trillion for reparations. A lot of people are going to be coming in there, putting their hands in the pot. When it
Yep.
comes down, like me and my cousin, we was talking about this. You have a bill, a standard bill, just a small bill, just directly to the point. Probably be no more than about 10, 20 pages, if that. But then you have the legislators coming in trying to push their agenda. You know, you might have a bill as far as helping black people, then you'll have a push to let's push minorities that are from Alaska to get $100,000 to save their land or to save the seagulls. All these little small little things, saving the trees pushed into with the the whole agenda. You know, with the reparations. So you're like, yeah, black people getting money, but we're also going to give money to the Chinese because they were deprived. We're going to also give money to the people in Alaska as far as saving the sea. It's like all these little niches they trying to push in with the bill to pass.
Right.
So if they was to give us the money, like who's out there with the whole plan to say what are we going to do about the money? How are we going to spend the money? How are we going to work the money? That's the biggest thing with Obama. When Obama got in office, they had the gays, they had the Latinos, all of them. They put their money together and came to Obama and said, "Hey, this is what we want. This is what we need for our community." As us being African American and mostly black people, we are all saying that, yeah, we got Obama in there. He's gonna look out for us. He
Hmm.
didn't do nothing because we didn't put the money behind him. And for the ones that did put the money behind him, those were the ones that got stuff passed. So the top tier percentage people, like yeah, Jay-Z, Oprah, and all them, they saying that we're gonna do this for you, do that for you. Hell, a lot of stuff went in their favor, as far as like taxes and stuff like that. But as far as the
Yeah,
common people out here working, we didn't see none of the benefits of what Obama did for us. It was small,
nothing.
small.
You know, so I don't know, man. I'm hoping we can figure out a way to get. We need to get at least at least a black man, man. We need to get black men on the same page in a way like yeah, we got people of like little factions of the black man in America, right? We got the guys who just said, "Look, I just want to be, I want to work and be at peace." You know, we got the pro blacks, we got um the what is it, the ADOS group, the FBA group. You know what I'm saying? We have all these little factions, um, but nobody's trying to unite them. You know, we got what we got the NOI. Then we got who's the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all
Yeah,
these groups, but nobody's truly trying to unite. They're all trying to lead, be the guy at the top. Nobody's truly looking out for all black men as a group. And we see what happened with BLM. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no
yeah.
group that's truly looking out for us. We black men need to come together. We need to come together and do something real. Come up with a plan. Because if Kanye could get a sit down with the president of the United States, why can't we black men as a group go down and say, "Hey, look, let's do business, Mr. Trump, President. I got a plan for you, brother. Hey, we will put our reparations back into use in the form of creating black businesses that help younger men get educated and learn how to have business. And guess what? The reparations you give to us is going to go back into the economy. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if we were to start building little black suburb places in the cities or something like that with some kind of reparations money. Okay, so let's make a deal. We hire local, we buy local. Let's build factories again back here in the States. And guess what? Black men could work the factories. We get reparations. We build the factories. We hire blacks. We're putting back into the economy. All it is sitting down at the table. He's a businessman.
Yeah, but you
If
gotta
we ever
understand.
had if we ever had a chance, a true chance, this is it. This is our guy to sit down and talk. Because if you get the Democrats in there, whenever have the Democrats even offered it up for us? Reparations only came a thing during this election because they were trying to use reparations to embarrass Trump. You see what I'm saying?
Reparations, reparations always been on the table. I mean, even with Obama. I mean, even
Right,
with
right. No,
Clinton.
but what I'm saying is the talks about it, where it was now it's in the news. When Obama was in there, you didn't hear reparations from the news. But when Trump was
Yeah,
in there, the Democrat, the CNN, the MSNBC, all of a sudden they were reparations, 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 right? They're trying to embarrass him. They were trying to get black people to hate Trump.
I
That's all
mean,
that was about.
pretty much Trump. Black people really don't hate Trump like that. As far as you really want to be truthful about it, we don't care about Trump, man. Trump gonna do what the
Exactly.
fuck he gonna do. Every president gonna do what they do. We worrying about ourselves. I mean, this whole agenda that black people hate Trump, we don't hate Trump. I mean, the whole thing when it boils down to it, nobody don't like the bullshit that comes to your door. But when it comes down to it, we're looking at what you're gonna do for us.
Right.
Now, Trump hasn't showed a lot what he's done for us or he's gonna do for us because he got all these people tap dancing around him like Kanye, what he's doing, what the pastors doing. You know, all these people running up in Trump's face trying to get Trump to do stuff for the black people. Trump still ain't doing shit, just like every other president. So
Right. And that's why I say we all need to come together as black men. Stop picking these clowns that are out for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesse. Where's Jesse?
Well, was out shopping. He was in the
You know what I'm saying?
Byron Allen
Um,
case at first. Yeah,
it's we need to get together as a people. Black men need to get together as a true group, like how the manosphere kind of started. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had the same mission as anti-feminism, whatever, right? We need to come together as a people. Black men have to get together
but
and start putting together these business deals and writing. Hey, you can tweet directly to Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like we can get to Trump if we want to. We can get a message to Trump,
and
but
then
we
the
have to
crazy.
do it. Oh, go ahead.
Nah, go ahead. I'll let you finish. I'm sorry,
Oh
brother.
no, I was just gonna say, same thing is we got to do it as a collective. If we send a strong enough message as black men, we can at least sit down at the table with the man and say, look, this is what black men can do for you if we can get reparations. If you can get us, whether it's like the natives, you give us so much money each month, whether it's you give us some acreage and a little bit of money, and we will build your factories. The factories you said you want back in the States, you know what? Let black men have the land. We'll build it and we'll put black men to work in those factories. You see what I'm saying? Like we can do we can sit down at the table. It's just negotiation. He said it before he was the president.
The
You know what
smartest
I'm saying?
thing
Go
for
ahead.
Trump to do is actually put sanctions in every state that's spread it among communities. Because if you put them actually in one general area, the people know how to come dispose of the whole colony in that general area. So if you
Right.
have fractions in every little city that pretty much have areas that spread it out, that say, okay, this area is designated for black people, the land and stuff. They have all this land that's reserved by the government. They have on
Right.
hold, and they actually have it for of whom the Indians, which if you go into history, you know who are the actual landowners of all this whole country. But that's
Yep.
another that's another thing.
Yeah.
But
And
the
but that,
crazy part, why they don't actually put that land towards the people in reparation? If they would actually give land to the majority of the people, actually, far as say we're not going to give you money, but we're going to cut your debt and we're going to give you land and let you go about your way. That's the land is gold because the guy
right.
once said they're not building no more land. They can build all the houses they want. They're not building no more land.
That's right. It's limited. And
Yeah,
and and the best part about the land deal, right, is the federal government owns more land in most states than that state. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? There's federal land in every state. So they actually do have land that they could give up in every state. So for instance, like yeah, Baltimore is small, right? But if you put the whole DMV together and all that, you know what I'm saying? They could come up with some land that they could say, okay, we're gonna give this up. We're gonna pop up some little houses or whatever. You know what? Black company could go in there. Black contractors could go on that land, pop up some houses. Right? I seen it done in Hawaii. All right, when they gave the natives of Hawaii, they gave them homestead lands, and they popped up a whole bunch of houses, and those people bought the houses for $1 a year. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, but what happened was, you get them some kind of little dollar amount or whatever. You give them some land, you pop up the houses. Now you got people that can still have the jobs that they have, but they're not paying rent, or you know what I'm saying? They got $50 a month rent.
Yeah.
Just enough to keep like run the utilities and all that. Because then now you have the Black Caucus Homeowners Association that pays the electricity and the gas and make sure that everything's flowing. I mean, it's all it takes is sitting down with them. The one thing that, like you mentioned earlier, Trump hasn't done nothing for us. He's not going to. That was never his mission. But he did say, let's do business. Let's negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So he's willing to talk to us. He told black people, come to the table. What do you need? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? What can we do? But nobody wanted to go. Kanye's the only one that went. And I think Jay-Z. And hey, look at who's the two billionaires that we talking about lately.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, if he probably wouldn't even want to talk to Claude Anderson, Dr. Claude Anderson. That's the pretty much the person in my eye. I mean, not taking away from Antonio Moore and what's the other lady's name? uh I forgot her name, Yvette Carnell. They pretty much tried to push the whole. They piggybacking off of what Dr. Claude Addison did all these years, and trying to say, well, we made the bigger movement. No, the movement was always been there. It's just the whole thing is he didn't have a foot in with the younger generation as they do now. It's like
Right.
pushing talking points that have already been said, and you're just saying them a different way. With Trump,
Right.
if Trump really wanted to show his support, he would actually pull people like that and say, okay, I have this guy. I'm listening to him, even if he's not going to do nothing. For him just to take somebody like Dr. Claude Anderson, put him in the White House, say, I had this guy in the White House. He's talked
But
to me. That
but
shows
they
a
didn't
whole lot bigger than just
but
talking to Kanye, who's a celebrity, which
no, but see
they
that's the
always do.
thing. They didn't go to him. They went to the Hillarys. They went to that side of the aisle. They didn't go to him. He offered it. He put it on the table. We rejected the man when he became the president. He put the offer out there and we rejected the offer.
Yeah,
That's the
I agree.
problem. You know what I'm
Trump has
saying?
his Trump has his people in place. You know, if you have a certain agenda, Trump's not going to talk to you because he's going to look like a fool. I mean, that's just point blank. I mean, he can talk to Kanye all day because Kanye is conceited within himself and he's all for himself. I mean, he the one that actually snuck in and became a billionaire with this power move of talking to Trump. Everybody's running around talking crap about Trump and talking crap about Kanye, but look how Kanye snuck in and became a billionaire. And a couple of years back, this guy was doing GoFundMe accounts to actually fund certain projects that he had going on. So
Right.
Kanye is pretty smart what he's doing.
Right. Yeah. See, that's the thing that the black community we have to learn as a collective. Business is business. Brother Ramil, that man don't play. You know what I'm saying? If we listen to what he's actually saying, you know what I'm saying? Business is business. There's no emotions in business unless you own whatever you know what I'm saying, you're trying to create. But business
Yeah,
is business. If we sit down with the man, you know what I'm saying, and we do some give and take, that we could come up with it. And this is the guy that could do it. No other person was even willing. George Bush was so busy. George Bush was out there getting his oil. He didn't care to talk to nobody. He wasn't doing no deals. He said, "Hey, you know what? I'm taking your rights, and I'm gonna go take their oil. So here we go." And the boy took off on his horse. You know what I'm saying? Bill Clinton, what did he do? He said, "Lock them up, lock them up. We're gonna make a safer community. Lock them all up." You see that they wasn't out there actually doing for us. Nobody's been ever able to do for us. But this president is willing to talk to us. In fact, I'm going to go this far. Donald Trump, put out your invite again. People are willing to talk to you, and let's make a deal about these reparations. All right, that's that's my say on that. You know what I'm saying? I said my piece as far as let's get some reparations, but we have to come together, man. We need to get to these. We need to get black men together on the same page as far as actually getting some shit done. We can't. We got to stop talking about it. We got to start being about it. And attacking city, the Target and the Walmart, burning the shit down. That ain't gonna get us nowhere. That ain't gonna do shit. Everybody, you hear guys online talk about, yeah, man, burn the shit down, burn it. Okay, good. So when your cousins and your friends and your sisters don't have no jobs no more because we burnt the shit down, okay, and then all the welfare and shit you were complaining about, that's gone. because the insurance companies had to pay out, and the Federal Reserve said, you know what, we ain't lending no more money, so now there's no money for welfare. You see what I'm saying? People aren't seeing the repercussions of what they're saying. It's all emotional.
Yeah. Crazy part is, black people always, just like cats. We always land on our feet pretty much when it comes down to it. Hell, if they cut Social Security out, far as they cut out the food stamps and all this government assistance, a lot of white people gonna hurt more than blacks because they own it way more than we are. In these rural areas, you got in the local city part, but you have the next of kin that actually have a little money, and they not shame enough to kind of spread the wealth. It's gonna go a lot farther. But the white people in North Dakota, out there in Iowa and stuff like that, they're going to get hit harder than we are. Like you said, when you do the numbers in the local cities, of course you're going to find those black people that are on welfare.
Well,
That's in
that's what I'm
general.
saying. That's what I'm saying. The people that are yelling "burn it down," they're talking about the biggest communities. Like I
Yeah,
said, look at those 6 cities that that have all the rioting and looting. You know what I'm saying? New York City,
yeah,
burn it down. Okay, so they moved Wall Street. It's all digital now. Whatever they're
yeah,
burning down, they ain't hurting nobody for real. All those places got insurance. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
J.C. Penney's and Macy's was going out of business anyway. You actually did them. We did them a favor by lighting those places up.
The movie theaters with
You know what I'm
AMC,
saying? That's all covered.
Netflix killing
All that
them.
stuff. Everything downtown is covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Every big business, any smart businessman is going to insure his stuff. They hurt the little people that were making money because there was a Macy's across the street. Now the mom and pop barbecue shop got customers. You know what I'm saying? People that don't want to spend mall money to go eat at the mall, they're gonna eat at the mom and pop shop, grab a to-go box, and take it to the movie theater. That's what I would do.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Be in the movies watching Batman eating some hot wings, bro. But yeah, man, like the burn it down and all that, it ain't doing no good. It ain't doing us no good. The message, it sounds good when we're in an emotional state, but at the end of the day, it's only gonna come back to hurt us. Like you said, the people up in North Dakota ain't gonna burn down. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Nebraska ain't burning down. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough of us out there. St. Louis might burn down, but all them folks out in the country, they gonna be all right. Go ahead and burn down St. Louis and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like it's 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 the message of destroy their stuff, destroy their property. Okay, you do that. All they're gonna do is rebuild and keep you out of it now. They're gonna lock us out again, and that's just gonna create more laws, take away more rights. And that's what George Soros wants to do. He wants to own everything. You know? Like that's what makes that man so dangerous as a billionaire, and the group of people that he works with, that he represents. They want it all. They are trying to take it all. Like everybody's always saying, you don't ask for power, you take it. Well, guess what? There's 40 million of us. A good more than a third of our group is not down with black men. Okay, because they got their own stuff going on. Okay, ladies are out there getting the bag on their own. They don't need a man, right?
Yeah. Fans
You
only.
see what I'm saying? So we don't have four. We're not even 40 million strong in a country of 350 million people. We're not truly 40 million strong. You know what I'm saying? If we were able to get all the black men on the same page, so we got to wipe out the 1% because they ain't down with our cause. We got to wipe out the get the bag ladies. We got to take them off the table. You know what I'm saying? So we might be 25 million strong tops, going up against the other 300 million that's out there. Or let's lowball it. We'll take another 50 million out that just don't want nothing to do with nothing. So there's 200. Let's go 200 million people up against 25 million. That means all of us, man, come on. Black men got to get together. We got to get down to business. We got to learn to do business the right way. We really gotta come together, start making good business decisions, and yeah, we got to start doing some logical thinking. That's the way I see it. But yeah, let me go. Let's go ahead and jump off of here, man. I really appreciate you coming up, bro. Um, like I said, I wanted somebody to tell me yes or no. Am I wrong? Am I right? Um, do you understand where I'm coming from at least?
Yeah, I
'Cause-
understand where you're coming from.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like I didn't miss the big picture somewhere. But yeah, man, if you when you see things like that, bro, hey, see something, say something, right? That's what Obama said, man. Put it out there. Do you make content or anything?
Yeah, I actually just started doing my YouTube. I actually talk about it's not too much political stuff, just every now and then, but I actually do a lot teaching, talking to guys about getting into trucking. You don't need CDLs. I tell guys, I started driving trucks like Class B trucks, well, not B trucks, but trucks with air brakes and stuff like that. That's not endorsed, and I make good money, man.
All right. Hey, I just gave you that blue check, bro. Go ahead and post your links or whatever in there.
Okay,
Um, I'm pretty sure on whenever I'm on repeat or whatever, my chats show, or I believe they show. And that way, if people come across, or actually here, let me put it in a banner, like your page or whatever you want to share where people can find you and stuff like that.
okay,
Yeah, yeah. Let me make a banner. Let me see. What's this one? Let me edit this. Boop. Oh no, I don't want the ticker. I want a banner. Oh, okay, there. Okay. All right. What is your page, bro? Or actually, yeah, go
okay,
ahead and put it in the screen and then I'll copy it. I'll copy and paste whatever you put in there in the YouTube. I can
okay,
put it on a banner.
okay.
Yeah, use this technology. We'll get the word spread. Cause yeah, man, this is what I'm saying. We got to get everybody working together, man. That's what's needed right now.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean that's the same thing I was talking about when I was on Art and Style, his channel, man. I was telling the guys, me and two other guys, Smooth and King, Son God Ali, I think he has on his page. Me and him actually joined. We actually linked up, talked talked about some business stuff.
okay, nice, nice, nice. That's what we need. So let me see. I didn't see any. Oh, hold on, right there. You should do a stream on your time in the military and its benefits and how to get into it for young black men. Wadner, I probably will do that. Um, I never, I try to, I think I'm going to do that. I think I will do that. Right now, especially with the way things are going with all this money stuff going on, we do need more options for the fellas. All right, hold on just a moment. I want to copy this. Where's it? Copy. Boom. And if I go here, oh no, I gotta copy this one. Hey, there we go. See, I'm learning, man. I'm not on here like daily and whatnot. So I try to go in and just put in some. When I put my content out, I get a thought and then I try to make a presentation, and then boom. So I'm learning this whole streaming thing. I know I'm gonna catch hell for having the duck up here in the corner, but it is what it is. One of these days I'll go in when I know I'm gonna be doing more content more often.
Yeah, but like the guy was saying, I encourage a lot of guys to go to the military. Taking that route. If you're not doing what it takes out here in the street, you're getting in trouble. You're not going to the military, man. Start getting some structure in your life. If you feel like you can do without the military, as far as like in my case, I found my niche, started driving, and I encourage a lot of guys to do it, man. Versus going in there flipping a burger. Like I had a guy the other day, I was talking to him. He didn't want to take the route. He an older guy, but I'm like, a younger guy would have hit that. Like going up there, I think it was either Greensboro or Charlotte area somewhere. You know, $150 just to drive up there and come back one day.
Right. Yep.
That's $150 you made in one day. Driving to from Atlanta to Charlotte is like 4 hours, and 8 hours pretty much on the return. You got 4 there and 4 back. $150. And all you're doing is sitting in the truck, you're not doing no heavy lifting. You get to the dock, you bump the dock, the guys take the stuff off. Come on. Easy.
Exactly.
And I encourage a lot of guys too on life insurance too, man. I tell guys, man, if you don't have no life insurance, you're not leaving no generational wealth for your kids. You're not putting none towards the family. All you're doing is just skating by. And if you die, don't have no money for your burial, you leaving stress on your family and your kids.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why, yeah, I got all my benefits. I got everything lined up, my paperwork straight as far as my family goes, and honestly, I think I would have been successful with or without the military. It just would have took um well, it did take a while because I did do 9 years in the military, but I was able to save up money,
Yeah.
travel, and I kind of used the military to do things backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I joined the military at 21, and so or I turned 21 in basic training. So, I pretty much spent my 20s in the military, but I got to travel, see the world. I learned a lot and all that. So when I did come back, back to the states, I had a whole different train of thought, and so I was able to build businesses. You know what I'm saying? And I did like landscaping, plumbing, stuff like that. And I said, damn, this hurts. Like I don't want to be doing this at 55. So I went into the barber field, something that I'd always been into, opened up some barber shops. So yeah, the military benefited me in more ways than just getting my life together, or you know what I'm saying, just getting job, getting some money. It actually put my brain into a mental state of, all right, now it's time to progress, to get better, to do better, like be better.
Yeah. Structured.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so the military is definitely a positive chance. It gives you a chance at life, if especially those people that don't have an outlook on what they even want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested in something, like people, it's free training. If you're interested in being a mechanic, you can go learn how to fix all kinds of vehicles, semis. If you're interested in satellite stuff, that's one of the jobs they offered me when I was after I took my test. I was able to get any job I wanted. And I told them, well, I want to work with my hands and this and that. And they had some job on there that was about working with satellites. I was like, man, fuck all that. Well, how am I? I'm not staying in the military. What am I gonna do when I get out the military? So I said, I'm not gonna mess with no damn satellite. But this was back in the 90s, right? I didn't know
Yeah.
where technology was gonna go. But
Yeah.
yeah, so like I said, I was a knucklehead. I didn't have that foresight. I just did it because I needed to learn a trade. And so, what I'm saying, I wasn't gonna do no bullshit internship for 4 or 5 years, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'll go to the military. Let them pay me to learn. But yeah, I got more benefits than just getting a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look into that. I might have to do a stream on the military. I'll have to come up with it in a way there that I can present it. It's like I don't know. All my streams always come at. It's like a timing thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like something happens that clicks off a whole thought that'll allow me to sit up here and talk for 45 minutes.
Hey, Charles Faulkner, he actually talks about doing that, getting a little structure. He had a guy on this channel, him and Angry Man. What was the guy? Q. This
Cerulean.
guy,
Oh, Q.
yeah,
Yeah,
he pretty
the
much.
general.
Nah, I think it's another guy. It's a younger guy.
The one with the
He's like,
school.
yeah, he's a younger guy. He went into the military. He talked to pretty much Charles and Angry
Oh, Q
Man, and
Wilson. Q Wilson.
yeah, Kill
Q
Wilson. Yeah,
Wilson.
that guy. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yep,
Yeah. And he's happy now. Brother's doing good.
yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. He didn't know what he was gonna do. Pretty much just up and down. You know, got into the military. Nice. You know what I'm saying? Starting on a little path. He got some. That he's looking forward to. A lot of guys don't have that type of motivation or structure because you don't have those men in your life saying, "Hey man, you're not doing it with yourself. Do this and do that." Because I was gonna actually go into the military, and the older guy I knew, he told me pretty much. He said, at this age that you're at now, he said pretty much it's like you giving up by going into the military. He
Oh
said young
yeah.
guys. He said
See,
young guys going in there because they didn't have no structure. Like he's like, you're not a dummy by far. He said you know what you want out of life. He said stop trying to take the easy way out. Just go ahead and work hard and get the shit done. Once he said that, I had no problem.
right, because he put that thought now. He got
Yeah,
it's like he started that gear like, oh shit, I am smart. You know what I'm saying? I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like so now your brain gets it's like activates another part. And so now
yeah,
you're headed in that direction. But yeah, yeah, because the military is good. You can get what all the way up to 37 for the reserves and guard or something like that,
yeah.
depending on, you know what I'm saying. So it's good at any age, especially like if you've had a business that failed. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you opened up something and it burnt down before you had a chance to put a good insurance on it or something. It is an opportunity, but as people have to look for those opportunities, they have to look for the good in things instead of saying, um, like the man told you that you're too old for it. Well, it all depends.
He
you
basically
know,
wasn't kind of saying I was too old, and most he just saying I was at an age that I should have went at a younger age in life. Because that's when I should have been figuring out what I want to do to go to the military. He said I'm kind of past that age about figuring out. I should know what I want. That's how he was actually relating it to. Not saying that yeah, you too old, because I was only like 20, 22, 23, and he was saying at the age I was at, I'm past all that trying to figure out things. I should know what I want. And that's what he had that turn in my head like, man, what are you trying to take some type of easy way out by going into the military? You know, if you out here, you got a job, you're doing better than most guys. Just stick to what you want to do and get it done. See, because my whole thing, I was to the point where I wanted so much, but I couldn't get a lot because of just my whole thought pattern of actually trying to starting a family or either just staying away from the whole family and baby mama type deal. Because that was my whole thing about not having kids when I was younger. So I felt going to the military that would actually get me away from all these hood rats and crazy girls and put myself in the mind of where I'm so working and dedicated in my field. I'm not worrying about that.
right? See,
Yeah,
yeah, and see, that's why I say like when I tell people like I don't know about telling my military story because like I said I was a knucklehead, so I messed around and got a girl pregnant early in my career.
yeah,
So I went from just being this run around playboy, you know what I'm saying? I was just doing the most. I was a black man with money that was being paid to learn a skill. You know what I'm saying? Free housing, bruh. I was off the chain, and I messed around, slipped up. One of the dorm rats caught me slipping, and that was that. Baby on
Yeah,
the way. So with my family, I'm family minded because of my history. I'm family minded. So as soon as I knew that baby was coming, I was like, you know what? All right, well, I'm gonna change some of the plans, and we're gonna go into dad mode now. Family. It's time to be the family man.
yeah,
No, Rob, I wasn't gonna let nobody take my money like that. So I actually did get married, and I had my family for the time that I was in the military, um, and yeah, it fell apart on my last deployment, 2 years before I was getting out of the military. I was in Afghanistan and she was on every man, so while I was gone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that ended that. And so I found myself out of the military and single again. But I was in a whole different mind. Now I was ready, to get down to business and stuff. So like I said, the military, man, the military does it. It is a benefit. It can be a benefit, but you have to have. I, I wish I could tell, like that red pill train of thought, that red pill mindedness. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like you have to be going in there with a focus. Because if you go in there slipping, like I did, I slipped up. Got a girl pregnant, and that changed the whole avenue of my life. You know what I'm saying? The whole road that I was on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I had to.
yeah. I waited till I got married before I had kids, man. That was like the
Yeah.
best thing that ever happened to me.
See, man, when I joined the military, I had no plan of marriage anytime soon. You see that, like I said, I was a black man getting paid to learn a job,
Yeah, and
getting
that's what I
paid to
told you.
travel. So I was like, I wasn't even thinking. I was just getting it in when I felt like it. And at that time, early in your military career, back my generation, we drank and we drank and we drank, and one of them dorm rats caught me slipping. she was in the right place at the wrong time. So yeah, but it was a blessing though. My son is here with me now. He's 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Definitely good times, good experiences. But I went through everything that we talk about in these spaces. I've got all the ups and downs that everybody talks about, and so I'm hoping. Yeah, I do this because I want to help people out. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to help my fellow men, you guys, and I want to make my space available for you if you want to share your message and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've started recently. I realized how to put the link into the chat and all that.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna actually start working on my channel a lot more too. But like I said, when I get on a lot of spaces, man, I don't even get on a lot of guys' channel because, like I say, if the message not being put out there to kind of work with guys, it's like, what are we doing on here just to actually make money? I mean, because the manosphere, to me, like I tell a lot of guys with that old SYSB, whatever, I'm looking at it
right,
as, dude, I told Art on our channel last night, nobody's gonna be 100. You're not gonna have the perfect woman. Guys want a woman to submit to them so badly. What are you doing to put yourself in that light to where a woman has to submit to you?
but that's not. See, that's one of the things. That's one of the misconceptions that's being told out there. Um,
Yeah,
because when I came in, how I came in going at Obsidian. I went into Taz's channel and questioned him on something he said on somebody else's panel, about
Mhm.
black men. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so I came in a little bit rough. And so I jumped on the conclusion because I was hearing what I guess you could say all the YouTube daddies were saying,
Yeah.
and then and I made the mistake of watching the chat. Okay, so I put an assumption of all these guys are all this. But then as I talked to more and more guys, I was like, shit. Well, he's in Detroit, and this guy's in Seattle. This dude's down there in Florida. Oh, look, we got a bunch of boys from DMV. Okay. Oh, Houston, cool. But they all got the same story, either through rejection or through the behavior. You know what I'm saying? It's like I saw them. The SYSBM is a way for them to solve the problem. They
Yeah.
had a
Yeah.
problem. They said, okay, I've tried 15 times or 12 times to mess with these women. It didn't work for me. Okay. So it's what is that? The insanity, right? Doing the
Mhm.
same thing over and over again. So at some point that's kicking in. And as these guys are getting older and maturing, it's like, you know what? I got to stop messing with these women. And that's what SYSBM is doing. Now, some of them take it overboard and, they go at the women, right?
Yeah.
And then some of them are mixing, the feminism movement in with SYSBM, right? Because it's just two problems solved. It's like, okay, we can get away from feminism and from these crazy women that don't know how to act. If she'll act right for him and not for me, I gotta stop messing with her. So all as it is a problem solving tactic, you know. So if it works though, because they're not hurting anybody by leaving or by going away from the women that rejected them. That's where I had to like stop and think to myself, I can't attack these guys, the SYSBM guys. I can't do that because if I'm trying to coach people and say, "Hey, you have to solve your problems," and then they find a way to solve their problem, I cannot now tell them, "Hey, you're doing it wrong." Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because yeah, they're reacting to the results that they've been getting. So if it's
Yeah.
not working with this group of women, okay, I'm gonna go over here. And now you add feminism to that, and like I said, I was married to a white girl the first time. Well, guess what? White girl cheated on me. White girl got snuck and got pregnant on me. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like okay, so that's the feminism side of the house. That's the westernized woman part of the house. And so that's why you hear these people say, you know what, I can go find a black woman over there. I can go to a whole bunch of other countries and get a black woman, a woman that looks like me, but she don't act like the women that live next to me.
Yeah.
That's all that's about. It's just they're getting results, and every guy gets different results with women. Some guys will tell you, "Oh, black women in America is the greatest thing to ever exist." Well, those
Mhm.
guys, those guys have never seen that result. They've never seen that in their life, so we can't expect them to be on par with the guy who's saying, "I'm adopted by a black woman myself." You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Like black women are that bad, but this woman, what I'm saying, gave me life. Oh snap, he fell off. Let me put the link if you need to come back up. But yeah, I was adopted by a black woman. So I did come in hard when I first started hearing these messages. Where's the oh, there you go. Copy. And all right, copy the clipboard. Get off my screen. Get off my screen. Boom, boom, paste. All right, there's the link. But yeah, so like I was saying, um, I came in and I disagreed heavily with people at first, and then through talking to people and realizing that these are people from all over the country and some other countries, that this is the results they were getting. This is why I can see why SBM is a positive move for a lot of men. Okay, it's a problem solving tactic that's working for them. Um, and really, the only pushback they get now is from other guys and women who originally said that they didn't want to be with them. Okay, so everybody should be happy. Nobody should really be going at the SYSBM crowd or the MGTOW crowd. That's the way I see it. There's a few that do go and do the verbal attacks on the women. Hey, that's how some guys make their money. We can't control everybody. You don't like what you hear. That's how I look at it. You don't like what you're hearing, go to a different space. I was able to do it. Everybody else should be able to do that. We can live in peace, but there's a lot more women's channels going at men than there are men's channels going at women. All right. So if the women don't want to hear it and they want to call it hate groups and stuff, hey, let's not be hypocrites. Okay. If you want to call the men haters, then you have to call your female counterparts haters also. We got to cut the bullshit. This is why I said, black men, we need to get together, get on the same page. We are the leaders of the communities that we want to have. Okay, if we want something truly good, we have to create it. So as the leaders, let's get together and take charge of our communities. Well, all right. I'm not sure if his phone died or if he might have been a laptop might have died or something, but yeah, the link was there. Wadner, I've been in the manosphere, the black manosphere side of the house has been, I want to say, a little over a year. What are we in? We're in June. Yeah, a little over a year, close to a year and a half. But I came from, the way that I found it was through, actually, there's a guy, Richard Cooper, that dealt, like, he had a car thing where he showed car meetups and stuff like that, the expensive European cars that I'm into, Ferraris, Bugattis, stuff like that. And so I caught some of the shows that he was doing in the white manosphere side of the house. And then that led me to like the Donovan Sharp, Steve the Dean, when they were all part of one big group. And then I caught those guys on O'Shea's channel, and then you hear Obsidian and he says something that makes you laugh, so you go check out his channel, and then from there, there's a bunch of other people, the Game Changer, the Taz, and Angry Man and stuff like that. So I haven't been around these parts for like years and years and years. I was actually never really on YouTube unless I was posting one of my motorcycle videos or my son's skateboarding, stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, I was always out doing. I didn't really get into the YouTube stuff until I got into IT, and I used some channels. There's people that make IT training videos and stuff in YouTube, and so that's what made me spend more time on YouTube and whatnot. And now that I work in IT, I'm on a computer all day. I always have a YouTube, like I have one of my screens on YouTube, so I have something going. So if there's nobody on YouTube that I like, I can always go back into some type of training video or something like that. So I learned a lot about the space in a short amount of time, and kind of got to see who's who and who's doing what. And I try to support everybody. I try to disagree without it getting personal or whatever. But we do have some men that are a little bit feminine. They bring you up in their streams, and it is what it is. But yeah, so that's my YouTube journey so far. So now I'm just out here trying to help men, be the best man they can be the man they want to be. if I can give advice, if I can give information, I might have to do the military stream soon. I appreciate that idea. I'll have to give you a shout out, bro. But I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Unless you guys have any more questions or anything like that, I will pop out of here, give you guys back the rest of your Saturday evening. I'm probably going to, yeah, because this is going to take like another 5 or 6 hours before YouTube puts this stream up. Um, so yeah, if there's no more questions, I will call it a day. I appreciate you guys for coming through. Please hit the like, hit the sub, share the link or whatever if it's still there, so people can catch it before I put it in for processing. I think YouTube leaves it up so you can, if you're in there before I shut it off, YouTube will let you go to the beginning and watch it or something like that. But all right, I am out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming through. I appreciate you. I wish you well. Stay safe. Get off the streets. Get your people off the streets. The looting and rioting, leave that to the knuckleheads for now. We don't need no more people dealing with no more police, because it's not going to change nothing. As long as we got the same leadership in the mayors and the governors, it ain't going to change nothing. That's what we need to do. We need to get those mayors and governors out of there. All right. Yes, sir. I will be there. You know I will. All right, Waldner. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the support, for coming through. And again, most of the time when I go live like this, I will drop the link, bro. So feel free to come on up, man. You know what I'm saying? Get your story out there or get your thoughts, whatever you're thinking. All right, because hey, we're all brothers, man. We all need to talk to each other. And through communication and sharing thoughts and ideas, you know what I'm saying, we could come up with something great. That's how they did it back in the day. And until this day, that's the strategy that works. We got to come together. We all got to talk to each other. All right. So anytime you see me, bro, let me know. Oh, wait. Don't go nowhere. Let me, because you've been, yeah, I'm going to give you that blue suit. Hold up. Bow. All right. Did I miss anybody? All right. So boom, boom, boom. Go ahead and type something for me real quick so I can make sure that it went through. I want to see if I get you in that blue suit. Oh, dang. I must have missed him. All right. I'll catch him next time. Well, all right, fellas. For those that are still watching, thank you for hanging in there with us. That's my message. Watch for the spin. They're going to turn this into BLM, vote for Joe. The Antifa message is going to be vote for Joe. And we already know Joe is not good for the black community. But they're using the black community to get that man in office. So be careful with that, guys. Talk to your people. Have good, honest talks with your family and your friends. All right. But with that, I'm out of here until the next time. Aloha.